What's the word, YouTube? And as promised from the previous video is my 2008 GSXR 600. Finally out of the garage. At least half of it anyway. As you can see, this throttle side is kind of stripped from the tail all the way to the front, no plastics. The slip-on exhaust is off, the rear set, and a broken handlebar from a recent accident I had. But today we're gonna try to put it together. Pretty cloudy day today, but it's cool. Let's try to knock this stuff out. But here's the aftermath of that recent accident. Plastic's kind of scratched up, broken. I think I'm gonna keep this part. This part is fine. The bottom part of the tail here kind of scratched up. A Kaufman. Even though I probably could keep this, but decided to get a new one. And here's the rear set, and the rear brake kind of bent. Just caught me a used one off eBay. So those are all the broken pieces compared to your new pieces over here. New plastics. Another Kaufman. I really like the sound of those. They're pretty nice. Another frame slider, thankfully. New mirrors for the handlebars. New rear set. And here's the box of plastics here. And don't mind the 636. This is my father's. I'm just waiting for him to slide it to me. Turn this into a stunt bike so I can finally learn some wheelies. But yeah, nice bike. And big up my West Indians. But this is the plan, man. Today we're going to put the bike back together and finally get this thing ready for the summer. It's already May, end of May, and I'm ready to get out. But let me explain. I know you're dying to hear that story. But it was in October when I went down. I was heading to Long Island. I know a nice route out there, and I was riding without a care in the world. And the middle lane wasn't going too fast, maybe 30, 40. And then I looked down at my GPS. I have a quad lock that goes right here in the middle stem. Looked down at my phone and realized I was about to miss the on-ramp to the highway. So I was in the middle lane and I shot over to the right to get onto that on-ramp. And the on-ramp had a little bend to it. And unfortunately, I was just going a little bit too fast for that bend. And I'm no expert, at cornering or anything like that. I haven't been to the track yet, but I definitely will be. And as you know, when you combine a lot of lean angle and that front brake, you're going down. And that's exactly what happened to me. Luckily, I slid into some grass on the side of the road. Didn't hit the guardrail, thankfully. I probably wouldn't be talking to you guys. But I slid into some glass. My left shoe flew off into Timbuktu. But it was pretty good. The only damage to me was some slight little road rash on my right knee. I didn't really have any gear on except for an armored vest. I had a book bag, a sweater, cargo pants, and just some regular sneakers. And I got off lucky, man. And we was able to walk away from that. Always thankful to the motorcycle community, the biker community. 2 people that was riding that day, since it was nice out. They stopped, helped me pick up my bike, and got me situated. One of my boys actually came through as well. He was close by, and he hooked me up with his guy who trailers bikes, and he was able to get my bike home in one piece, I guess. Still working, still running. Just this right side is kind of beat up a little bit, but that's the plan today. Get this thing situated all together in one piece. It'll still have some battle scars, as you can see here. A little bit at the front here and on the tank. But we're not too worried about that. Everything else looks to be running fine. So let's get to it, man. Starting from the back. We'll start on the tail. Hit the exhaust, rear set, the frame slider. Get those plastics on, and then lastly the handlebars. I think that's the plan. So let's start on it, man. So here's our old cover for the tail. As you can see, pretty scratched up. And we just have to switch over this black frame cover over to a new one. All I see is 4 screws, so let's get to it. Tail light out. Both separated. Let's get this new one in. Looking good. Easy enough. By the way, this is not a tutorial. I barely know what I'm doing here, so let's get this piece on the bike now. Yep, now she's looking good. Let's get to the exhaust now. Thankfully, there shouldn't be too much. As you can see, it's already drilled from the Kaufman that I had before. We just gotta learn how to use this river gun. This is why I said this shit is not a tutorial, because I have no idea what I'm doing here, but should be easy enough. Kaufman already comes with the rivets, so let's just put it on and pop that rivet in. Let's do it. And there she goes, guys. Looking pretty good. Took a little bit to figure out this river gun, but we got it. Eventually, I just had to use one of the rivets that came with the kit instead of the one here. With my river gun, I don't think there was a proper size for it. Here we have 4, 4.8, 2.4, and a 3.2. I think the one that came with it doesn't fit, so I maybe got the wrong river gun. I don't know. Like I said, and I'll keep saying it, this is not a tutorial. Moving on to our rear set now. Here's the master cylinder. Here's the brake line. I'm hoping I can just reuse this instead of trying to find out where it actually plugs in, and using this that came with the new reset, but we'll see. Some thread locker, the bolts that came with it. One of the bolts for the heel guard actually snapped off when I was trying to remove it, so we only got one right now, but shit. We're just gonna have to use that for now. Some gloves, obviously, for the thread locker. And yeah, let's try and knock this out. We might have fucked up here. Definitely should have got this attached first. So let's go back. All right, that's looking good now. Let's put this back on. Until I get another screw, that's just gonna have to do. Last step is just to lock down this massive cylinder, I think. Hopefully we good. We have to run to the shop, get a screw so that doesn't happen anymore, but for now, it's gonna have to work. We'll talk down everything else later. Rear brake done. So like I said earlier, one of the pieces that took the brunt of the damage when I slid was that frame slider. A couple scratches, but not too bad. So let's go ahead and replace that. We'll loosen up this engine bolt and this pincher bolt here and get to work on putting this together. These are Shogun frame sliders, in case anybody wants to know. Let's knock it out before this battery dies. Man, your boy is vexed. I realized I put the wrong side frame slider on here, so I had to redo that again. Here's the right one, as you can see. Just fix that up real quick, and that should fit nice and tidy. Thank God for editing, because I'm sure the 10 people watching this would have cussed me out. Here we go with this. Let's put this on real quick. Boom shakalaka, that's on. Everything's torqued down. Let's go ahead and throw the plastics on and then put the puck. Let's do it. Side fairing intact. Let's go ahead and put this on the bike. Shouldn't have taken this long. God damn. Frame slider done, hopefully. Let's move on to bolting down the rest of the fairings, and then we can move on to the handlebar, and that should be the last. Let's do it. I love how the sun is out now. Fairings are on. I swear to y'all, every time I take these fairings off, I dread putting them back together because of these tabs under here, I swear. But they're on. Let's get to the handlebars now. So as y'all can see, it's the broken handlebar. Pretty much everything is taken off of it except for the brake reservoir. So I have to switch that bracket over. Actually, I got a new bracket because this one was kind of bent. Put the new bracket onto the new handlebar, hammer this down, put the stem lock on, and then just transfer all the stuff over. So shouldn't be too bad. Let's get to it and finally finish this up, and then we should be good. Let's do it. Ladies and gents, I think we finally came to the end. Handle is on, all the pieces are on. Might have to make some minor adjustments. Getting those cable lines back on here, that took me forever, bro. So everything's on. Stem is good. The last couple bolts is just for the seat, pretty much, thankfully. But here's the bike in one piece. Fairings on, sliders, and the new Kaufman, and the gold looks pretty good. Damn near identical to this yellow, I'm not gonna lie. I'll have another video where I do the grips as well as the handlebar mirrors, because I still have those in the garage. I want to bring this to the shop first, just have them do a once over, as well as oil change, brake fluid. As you can see, or maybe not, it's kind of low, so I might as well just get a brake flush. It was leaking during the crash, so, and then we should be good. Give this thing a nice little wash, and we'll be on to some moto vlogs. But let me give you guys a startup to see how it sounds. This Kaufman here has the silencer inside of it. The old one didn't, so I'm kind of curious to how it's gonna sound. Imagine this shit didn't start up, I'd be sick. Yeah, bro, for a second, she did not want to start. I was kind of scared. I didn't know what was going on. I know the battery is good. I thought I did something wrong, but I didn't really touch anything besides plastic and the brake and shit like that. So we should be solid now. I'll give you guys another start, but yeah, shit had my heart pumping. I had to put the camera down. I said, oh nah, fuck the video. and she stopped. So I'm wondering what that may be. I gotta take a look. So the bike is together. Looks like we got a problem we have to solve. But that'll be in another video. Hopefully the next motovlog will be to the shop and back once they take a look. We'll get her nice and ready for the summer. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna take the time, torque down other things, other bolts. But I appreciate y'all tuning in while I put this bike back together, and motovlogs coming soon, man. All right, safety. Yo, she's running good, y'all. She's been on for a solid 5 minutes without turning off. I think we're straight. But I'll let y'all know in the next video.